Today's book is Mother-Daughter Days on Russian Hill, Tales of Love and Laughter. It's written by Barbara Bella and illustrated by Amber Ray Mallet. In the beginning of this book, we see a map of Russian Hill. When you were born, a special day, you brightened our lives in every way. A magical time to learn and grow, a time for kisses head to toe. A time to get to know one another, my sweet baby girl, and me, your mother. You were just an itsy bitsy, I was tired, nearly tipsy. Yet there was a time of day that always took my breath away. When diapers were changed and you were fed, on my shoulder you'd rest your head. When Daddy read a book aloud, we smiled because we were so proud. No matter how sleepy we often felt, so filled with love our hearts would melt. A constant smile upon my face was joy that nothing could erase. With every day, you grew into you. And wow, suddenly you were two. I dreamt of mother-daughter time, a day when you would be all mine. When Saturdays would roll around, we could play and we could clown. What did we do? What did we play? Here's a peek of 10 of our days. If these days would be fun for you, too, you and your mom can try a few. Walking days. We live atop a great big hill with sights to see that are a thrill. You were my cargo at the start, when you could walk all the way to the park. We walked up and down and all around. Soon you got to know our town, and then there was no stopping us. We walked and walked, then took the bus. Every hill boasted a treat, a specialty we loved to eat. Sesame bagels with orangina, ice cream cones and pastina, fried pork dumplings or tandoori, Kara's cupcakes, oh, the glory. To add some spice and exploration, we pretended to be on vacation. When you were close to tuckered out, with no steps left, without a doubt, you hitched a ride upon my toes and tucked yourself inside my clothes. No place like home, we always said, when kissing you goodnight for bed. Upside down tea time days. Delighted by your invitation, I said yes, no hesitation. I'd join you for a proper tea. The special guest, it would be me. Tea at 2 under the table. Leave shoes outside if you are able. You welcomed me in for a lovely chat, discussing this and some of that. We ate pretend biscuits and drank pretend tea and concluded our outing promptly at 3. PJ days. On one morning, bright and sunny, you woke up and said a funny. No matter what we do today, let's stay in PJs. Is that okay? Your face was filled with such delight. To turn you down would not be right. So off we went in our PJs down the hill and past cafes, from there to shopping at the store, visiting friends, and even more. The only stares that came our way were paired with smiles as if to say, You two are as cute as can be. I'll put on mine and make it 3. Friends like these define this town. Even in PJs, you wear a crown. After dinner, you took a bath, and back in PJs, you laughed and laughed. We had such fun on PJ Day. We made it into a holiday. Dress the Stuffed Animals Day. I recall the day you had such a worry, convinced your bears were far too furry. Totally naked, without a shred, you insisted we clothe them in time for bed. We gathered up the bears and cats. We busied ourselves making dresses and hats. Without a pattern or sewing machine, we made cuter outfits than you'd ever seen. Designing the garb with our needle and thread, we boasted creations in yellow and red. And by the time the stitching was finished, our teddy bear zoo looked quite distinguished. Rainy days. On gray, rainy days, we mused what to do. But before long, out came paper and glue. You played queen in a homemade fortress, crowning knights and painting portraits. Some days you opened a library too. You'd ask for our cards to check out a few. Watching Belle and her beast, we curled up on our chair, the smell of fresh cookies swirling in air. When we got impatient, we'd peek in the oven and dance in the kitchen to wait for the dozen. That sounds good. Floater days. Look at them floating around. Is anything more soothing than to float upon the sea, with sun, wind, and salt water all washing over me? To do this while holding hands is heaven on this earth. We've been doing this together ever since your birth. Whenever I'm missing you, now that you're grown, I picture us a-floatin' on an ocean of our own. The name game days. That must be Vivian, Lucas, or Hudson. Yes, to the right, I see Layla and Justin. We walked through the streets with our hot apple cider and guessed all the names of the sweet passer-byers. It was silly and pointless. I sure must admit it. A chance to be silly is just why we did it. Lotta Loops Day. On your birthday, it arrived. A weaving loom with loops supplied. Since you did not know that this existed, I showed you how while you assisted. Making potholders together, something we could do forever. Best pattern, most random, best colors, most finished. We kept weaving till the supply was diminished. Girl Scout Cookie Day, yum. Proudly in your Girl Scout vest, you put your sales skills to the test. Donning badges you had earned, we set off to see what you had learned. We finished setting up our stand right on Polk where you had planned. I was second in command, giving you a helping hand. How many boxes of each kind? How many people in the line? While you sold to passers-by, we gave them treats for them to try. With one box left to call our own, we closed the stand and headed home. Sunset Log Days. From time to time, we drove upon a wiggly road due north, spending holidays there from Thanksgiving to the 4th. No matter where we were when the sun was going down, we ran straight to our log at the cliff that we had found. Even if our house was full of friends and family, without anyone noticing, we slipped out quietly. We ran out to the log and watched the sun dip down together and came right back in saying, we just want to get our sweater. No one knew about our little secret sunset log or that it could be so special even in the fog. We watched the harbor seals as they rested on the shore. Some of them lay sleeping while others start to snore. Many of the mama seals were nursing little pups. We were careful to be quiet so as not to wake them up. There isn't any one day I liked more than the other. Each time that we're together, it's just perfect for this mother. Yet watching from our log when the sun would say goodnight leaves a special feeling in my heart that all will be all right. Today. Now, suddenly, you are all grown, a young woman on your own. I think back on all we shared, magical years beyond compare. Though PJ days may be no more, we now find new ways to explore. No matter the age you've become, new adventures are just as fun. Our walking days continue still, often beyond this great big hill. If only one wish I could make, let there always be birthday cake. The lesson now that rings so true, just being together is the glue. Cementing our love to each other, I am so blessed to be your mother.